Get through this video, the devil could try. See this? My phone was not doing anything wrong until I pushed this live. Anyway, narcs at night. Narcs at night. Tonight is narcs at night. Okay? Late night. Late night narcs. The topic. Y'all see the topic? Okay? I was like just bouncing. I said this before. Bouncing like, which one you want to do? We're just going to do this one. Because the other ones, I really want to take my time. But I'm not going to make it long. I'm going to do this. And, hopefully we can get through it real quick. So, I don't want to confuse you guys with the topic. But they are always on something. Okay? And I know that's like very vague. Where you're like, yeah, they always on tricks and shenanigans. But no. They are always on something. I'm telling you what, I have not ever met a narc. And even when I think back to the past narcs, I think back and be like, oh, yeah, they did that. Because I was like, oh, no, they didn't. Nope, they did that. Or they did that. Or they did all that. Okay. Narcs are always on something. They have to be on something to try to distract themselves in their demons. So narcs are always on something. They're whether they drinking a lot or whatever, or smoking a lot, or doing pills, or shooting up, or cracked out, or whatever. They always are on something. Or they combine it all. Who knows? Or I don't know about a lot of drugs. I'm just naming some that I know, but I don't know all of them. Or they methamphetamine heads. That's what I call them, methamphetamine heads. They always are on something. Or even prescriptions. Let me not forget that. Whether they're popping too many Percocets or Ativans or whatever, or they psychotic medications, whatever. They always on something. I'm trying. Because I feel like they always on something because they cause their own damn self high blood pressure. So they all darks are all high blood pressure medication. But real talk, they're always on something. And the worst thing is they'll do so because they're always on something. Let's just say you do something like drinking. They'll do that with you, and you're not knowing that they're doing all these other things because you don't do it. So they know they can at least get they fix that way to hide everything that they're doing from you. So if you like a drinker or whatever, and we're going to get to that part. Well, let me get to it now. Your ass is going to always be on something. And I'm not going to say you're going to be on the same thing that the narc been on, but you're going to be doing something. Because you have to be on something to deal with the narc. And the narc have to be on something to deal with their demons. So everybody on something because of the narc is on something because something is there. That's what I said. I'm sorry. That's the thing. It just trickles down. It just trickles down. And then when you get to the point where you're done with them and you're going back to God, everything comes clear. Everything comes clear when you get back to God or whatever, because they're always on something. I remember this one narc, okay? This one narc, they both engaged into some things or whatever, but as he abused her drugs became more harsh. He just stuck to the ones that worked for him so he could be a functional narc drug addict. Drunk. I think I just said that. So they always on something. Because they can't just be themselves because all those thoughts are always going through their brains and all through their head. And them demons won't shut up. I watched the video today where I ain't see this. I ain't gonna allow the narc. I ain't gonna allow none of the narcs that I know because I didn't see this. But they were like, the narc would go to sleep like, at 10 o'clock. And wake up at midnight, or go to sleep at midnight and wake up at 2, so they can only sleep just a couple of hours. But then when they was woke, they were pacing around at night. So this person was always getting their sleep interrupted. We already know about that. They, sleep deprivation. Anyway, so they were like walking around and pacing or whatever to the point they got to the point they got where now they can't sleep and they're raging. So they'll wake you up, raging on you. Because they can't sleep, so they don't want you to sleep. But now, let me stay on topic. But they are always on something, okay? It took an ex-drug dealer, and that person was currently still an ex-worker. So, it was somebody I knew, and then they revealed to me that's what they do. But they both had met the narc. So when I was talking to them about like, yeah, narc this, narc that, and they wasn't with me at the same time. It was like I spoke to one and I spoke to another, and they didn't even live in the same states. So when I was talking to the ex drug dealer, he was like, "Oh, I didn't know you didn't know, because I sold it back in the day, and I knew that narc was on something because of this, that." And I don't know about those type of drugs or whatever. I never been around people like that. Now, don't get me wrong. I've been around people that smoked some trees. I've been around people that was drinking, and I actually been around some people that pop pills or whatever. But this particular drug, I never been around these type of people, and the people that I have been around, even if they were off these type of things, it wasn't a relationship or whatever. Like, let me say that part. It may not be a relationship, because narcs are always on something. It could be your best friend, it could be your boss. It doesn't matter. Let me put that part out. But these people that I did know with the drinking, smoking trees, and popping some little it wasn't. They were just mellowed. I know some people do some type of things and they just get angry and all upset, but these people were just mellow. It wasn't no type of relationship. We was like either acquaintance and maybe a friendship. I'll say that. Okay. But with the knock, it's a whole different type of thing, because maybe them people was doing it because maybe they was with a knock. I don't know. But they wasn't this angry person when they were doing their thing. I'm not the one to judge. I was with a knock that always be like, why are you so nice to everybody? That man was homeless. Does that mean I have to be mean to him? I don't know his situation. So I'm supposed to treat him some type of way because you're judging him because of this situation? They want you in that situation. Let me say that. They want you to be that person that I spoke to. Okay? Anyway, let me get back on topic. Your girl trying to do this. So they're always on something, and you don't even know it or whatever, and you don't understand because they always flip-flopping these modes and moods or everything, and you're trying to understand it. So you're thinking that you're talking to a logical person. Whether they was on something or not, you still never talking to a logical person, because they on demon. They pop demon pills, okay? That what they did. They always on something. But I remember the narc, like the last relationship that, like, let's say they started with, they just smoked a couple of doobies and drink, and then doobies and drinks went to pills, and maybe pills went to snorting, and maybe snorting went to shooting up or whatever. Okay. But the narc damaged this person so bad that she just took it to a whole nother level, where she was just out of control. Because, like I said, sometimes they can drive you to something, but you just never took it, to a whole nother level. Maybe you just drank a little bit more, or maybe you just smoked the little doobie a little bit more, but you didn't cross over that line or whatever. They want to do that so that it can prove that smear campaign that they put out. That smear campaign that they put out and called you all type of crazy or whatever. But the people that believe the smear campaign don't even know why you popping pills and drinking or whatever it is that you're doing. And let me not forget this part. The wild sexual behavior that goes on because the narc, introduced this person into this lifestyle that she did not ever dealt with or whatever. And then she just kept trying to show up the narc. Like, I'm sorry, that she could sleep with more people than the narc. And it's just like, the people that they're sleeping with ain't a prize. Let's put it that way. The people that they're sleeping with ain't a prize, but they're thinking so. Okay? But it's a struggle, love. Like, why would you want to be in this relationship that it's a struggle, love? Like, nothing, you're struggling through the whole relationship. Nothing like ever makes sense or whatever, and you're always trying to fix something. It's just like they love drama. It's like you're always trying to fix something, and that's exhausting. That is so damn exhausting. Like every day I gotta solve your damn problems that you don't even want solved, or it's not even a problem. You just gaslit and just made up a problem so I can be focused over there while you focused over here. Ain't that the devil? Ain't that the devil? That magician? Okay, that magician. You know, they got you watching them pull the rabbit out the hat where they doing something behind the back and you're not paying attention. That's what they do. And I was like watching this one woman. She was talking about that she found out that her narc was like on the sea, on like smoking the pipe. Okay, and I'm just like, I don't know. It may make me sound bad or look bad, but you know where I'm from. Okay, let me fix that. Where I'm from, if we saw crackheads or whatever, we just thought the worst of them, and we, you know, made fun of them or whatever. But then as I got older, we don't know what the hell they've been through. Now, this is not the narc. I'm talking about a really good person. And it may not have been a narc that got them there. Something in life happened, okay? I'll say that. And we look down on them, and we remember when they were so handsome and so beautiful. And then you see them later on and they're like begging for change or whatever. We really don't know what they've been through, okay? But with narcs, it's like at least them people are just on their own, going through what they're going through and living the life whatever they want to live. But with narcs, they want to keep you there with that struggle love, where you know you had a house or apartment and they got you down to living in an extended stay until you living in the car, and they want you to be there like maybe it's going to get better or whatever. Why do people put up that? I don't know. I mean, I can understand, but I don't know their situation. They just take you down to the bottom of the damn barrel. And it's not love. It's not a relationship. It's not a marriage. It's not anything. It's struggle. They will always have you struggle. And even if you find out that they are a narc, the struggle begins. The struggle begins. It doesn't end. I said this before. I thought that once I got narc aware and God was leading the way, I thought it was clear, and all I had to do was focus on what I was going to do and get back on my feet, because I lost everything. You lose everything when you're with them. When I say you lose everything, you lose everything. Your circle, family and friends, your home, your furniture, your clothes, your money, your job, your car. You lose everything. So now you have to do this start over, okay? You lose everything. Because that's what they do. They're here to kill, steal, and destroy. And you're sitting there trying to fight for this relationship, if it was one, with somebody that's just dragging you down and down and down and down. And people don't need to judge that, because you was once that person too with an narc. You was once that person too, because the devil and their demons and all, it just clouds your mind. You're in this brain fog where you cannot think or whatever. And if you was like Xing with them, now you got their trauma bond, and their demons will attach to you. The demons are like literally in your brain, just scrambling it around like scrambled eggs on a Sunday damn morning brunch. So you're never, ever, ever able to focus. You're never, ever. Like I said, that brain fog. But when God gets you out, woo, when God gets you out, they're always going to be on something. Like I said with the first story, that the narc abused the first wife or whatever so bad that she was experimenting these drugs and drinking or whatever with the narc in these activities. Let me not forget that part. In these activities, like I said, it took an ex-drug dealer and a current sex worker to tell me who the narc was, and they not even know the narc. Didn't even know the narc. It was like at first glance they read the narc. Narcs can read each other, and us, chosen ones, we can read each other. But let me get back to what I was going to say. So the narc drug this person, not drug, like, I mean drag, like destroyed, that's what I'm trying to say, so much that person had to up the ante on the drugs that they were doing with the narc. And so when the whole relationship ended, it made the narc smear campaign look real, okay? Because the narc just stuck to, narc like, I ain't gonna bite off more than I can chew. I gotta be a functional narc. I'm sorry. But that person got destroyed. But what you did, this is the part I gotta get to, and I'm gonna go. But what you did is the same thing that the narc did to them. When you discarded the narc, especially if the narc was not ready for that, and they was, a addict of whatever sort, okay? When you discarded them, they ante up and the karma came back, flipped it and reversed it on their ass. So now they're actually on the same whatever drugs or addicting with of what they ex-partner is on, because they did not expect your departure that way, and they didn't have no way to cope with it. And even if they had a new supply or found a new supply, it just was not you. So let's just say the narc was just smoking doobies and drinking, and they left their ex doing the most, shooting up or whatever, and they like down and out begging for change. The narc ain't gonna be out down and out begging for change. They're not gonna do that. But now they're doing everything that they caused their ex to do, and you caused them to do, not on purpose, because your departure caused them to try to cope, which is why they got to that point. Ooh, Holy Spirit. Ooh, God, thank you. I was really trying to work on this one. And I really didn't really think about it like that. But the truth is, when you with a knock, they are always on something. That's very vague. I said it before. But we're talking about addictions. They are always on something. They cannot just function every single day without, I don't give a damn if it was coffee. Okay? I don't give a damn if it was just coffee. They're always on something. So I'm going to say this and I can go. Forgive me, Lord. If this is something you want me to say, I'm not going to tell who the person is or whatever. Now, gotta work, Narc. I don't know what this person was going through. I just, for this particular day, I do speak to the person, but this day, I just saw them busy, so I just kept on moving. I didn't say anything. Went into work, and they was like, such and such got an attitude, because I tried to go to the car and speak to them, and they was like, I don't want to talk, okay? I was like, okay, because everybody else don't give this person a break. But I kind of do, because I know how to handle this person. But this person was in a mood that, like, I'm sorry. They literally was supposed to be clocked in by 4 o'clock. They didn't clock in till 5 o'clock, and they were sitting in their car with the car running. My only thing I had to say, I almost said this ninja wasn't a ninja, but I'm just like, you gonna just sit there and let your car run when gas prices just went up? But I was like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't say anything to such and such, because they were so mad they were chain smoking. It was like 50 cigarettes lying around their car. It was like, and that's an addiction too. I didn't even think about cigarettes, because I never smoked cigarettes. I didn't even think about cigarettes. But I was like, yeah, I don't know what happened, but such and such was really, really mad, because I'm telling you, I was like 3 packs of cigarette butts. Some of it, the dog just lit it and threw it out the window. It wasn't even smoked. I'm sorry, that just came to my mind. I don't want to look down, because if I look down, it's going to make me say more. But I just tried to come with what I knew I was going to say about this topic. But at the end of the day, it wasn't really funny. They always on something. You probably end up on something, or just expanding something. It's just crazy. I don't even know what to say. Let me just stop before I just be like, I just don't even know what to say. It's just, it doesn't even really matter. Here's my last point. It's just their karma. Because everything that they ever did to everybody end up being their same struggle. Be their karma. It be whatever it is that they did to people, they're just going to have to play it out. And I'm going to say this one thing. Somebody asks, why do they live so long? Why do they live so long? Not old as dust or whatever. Why do they live so long? And they're thinking that God is blessing them to live so long. God is not blessing them to live so long. God is allowing them to suffer. You ever heard the term, the good die young? God is leaving them to suffer. And deal with whatever they did and whatever they did in life and whomever they hurt in life or whatever. This is if you want to live longer, be a knock. But let's see where that gets you. But I thought that at one point, like, damn, I'm glad I don't work for a nursing home or whatever. But it seemed like them old knocks. No one ain't knocking on death's door. Still narking. And good people, they go too soon. That God just said, I'm going to take you because you're already in the pearly gates. You're going to be there. I want to take you now before you live too long and then don't get there. That's just my thought. It was a good thought, though. So I'm going to end this. I'm going to end this right now. Like, I didn't know where I was going to go tonight. I really did not know because I was doing so many things or whatever. And thank you for tuning in. I really, really, really hope that this video, I saw you the whole time. I was just going to see how long you was going to stay in there. And thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's my girl. Hey, Ma. Thank you for tuning in. I hope what I just said made sense. And I had a long day. And I wish the video was about my long day. I'm going to have to do this on another day. These knocks, sis. These work narcs. I had to go apologize to God today. I really did. I really had to go apologize to God today. Because I went in. I went in. And I said words that God did not want me to say. I literally had to go several times today, go apologize to God with these work narcs. Just as well as they see your light, you see their dark. And when they see your light, especially when you work with them, they try something every time you come into the door. I have to pray every time I go into this one, this little part-time job. I have to pray every time. Sis, every time that I go into the door, I have to pray. And this one little girl, Holy Spirit, take my tongue. This one little girl, I said, it might be somebody that I want to introduce you to. And I wanted to introduce this little girl into the old me. The old me. When we've been with a knock, you always going to be tested. When you've been with a knock, I meant. When you've been with a narc, you're always going to be tested. And these weak-ass narcs are always trying to take on assignment. What makes us mad is that we've been with a narc and dealt with the worst of the worst of the worst. And then you get with these work narcs that do the most smallest, irritating-ish. And they're disrespectful. And it's like everything that you held back that you didn't give to the narc. You did, but you didn't say, let's say that. You didn't say to the narc. You about to let them get it. They're about to see a side of you they never saw. So what I was like, I'm going to match your energy, but you're not going to like it. And I'm like, God, please give me the words to say. Please give me the words to say. And I'll end it with this. I went to my other job and they made me feel so good. Now, this job I love. And of course, when I work with my second and third graders, I love. But this other side job. And when I went to work and one of my coworkers, she was like, Miss Conita, I hate seeing you like this. You are the happiest person. You make us all laugh. We have a good time. But every time you leave from there, you're upset. I hate seeing you like this. I said, I understand. I understand. I don't even like to be like that. But I got to the point that it wasn't about what they were doing. It was about all the years and the time that I spent dealing with narcs, and you want to come with this petty? I'm talking about the old me almost came out. The old me was not good. It wouldn't have even been words. It just would have been pause. Because we're not perfect. I want to snatch this trick out their skin. And I had to go apologize to God. So I got to check myself. God is telling me you just got to keep working with your anger. I didn't even think I was an angry person. But God had to check me. Because although I don't go on 10 or whatever, it's just that I should not let them get me that upset where I want to paw their ass up. That part. But God said you can say something, but you need to say the proper words. So I have to calm myself down sometimes because it's all bottled up. Like, it's like everything I dealt with a narc was in this bottle. And here come a weak ass narc, not knowing what they doing, thinking it's a message in the damn bottle, uncork it. And here I come. I got to go. God bless you. God bless you, lady. God bless you. I miss you. I haven't seen you in a while. God bless you. I hope this video, and I went too long. I hope this video help anyone that it can help. I hope it made sense. God bless you guys. I was trying to keep it under 20, but it is what it is. Be blessed. Good night, mama.